All right, Geometry Geniuses, as a math teacher, this problem just makes me excited. I really like this problem. Let's take a look at what they're asking us to find. They're asking us to find the measure of angle AED. That's this guy over here. Say what? How am I going to figure that out? Well, what do we know about vertical angles? Vertical angles are across from one another and they are congruent. So I can find the measure of AEB, that's this guy here, and then I can see that BED is a straight line. So I know that the angles that make up BED are going to add up to 180. They're supplementary angles. So my first job then is just to find the measure of AEB. And the way I do that is I know that since AEB and DEC are congruent, so angle AEB equals angle DEC. Does that make sense? They're like December. They are vertical angles, so they are congruent. Angle AEB, they tell us, is x plus 16. Angle DEC, they tell us, is 4x minus 5. Now this is where we have to break out the algebra skills. I want to get all my x's on one side of the equals, so I'm going to subtract x from here, and I'm going to subtract x from here. Remember, you can only add and subtract like terms, so I can't do x plus 16 and get anything, okay? So x minus x cancels out because that would give me 0, so I bring down my 16. 4x minus x gives me 3x, bring down by minus 5. Now I have a two-step equation. I'm still trying to solve for x. I want to get him by himself. So I'm going to get rid of anything that I'm adding or subtracting first. Right now I am subtracting 5, so I'm going to do the opposite of that, which is to add 5. And anything I do to one side of the equation, I have to do to the other to keep it balanced. So I get 21 equals 3x. All right, now, right now I'm multiplying 3 times x. I just want regular old x. I don't want 3 times x. So I'm going to divide both sides by 3. And I get 7 equals x. Am I done? No, not even close. This problem has a lot of steps. So if I want to know the measure of angle AEB, I want to find the measure of angle AEB. They tell me that it's x plus 16. Well, now I know x and I can fill that in. Remember? So I'm going to fill in 7 for x. So I find that the measure of angle AEB is 23 degrees. Are we done? Nope, not yet. We also said that we know that angle AEB plus angle AED, the one we're looking for, make a straight line. And we know that straight lines have a measure of 180 degrees. All right, so now we know that angle AEB measures 23 degrees, so I'm going to substitute that in. I don't know the measure of angle AED, so I'm just going to call it A. And that equals 180 degrees. All right, so subtract 23 from each side to get A by itself. And we get A equals, what do we get? Use your calculator. 180 minus 23 is 157. So we know that the measure of angle AED, this guy right here, is 157 degrees. See, I told you that was going to be a fun one. Hope that helps.